Hey guys, this is IOPQ, and I'm going to be bringing you Calm versus Sangho. Sangho is actually a pretty decent player in eSTRO, and he's kind of like Calm. He's not that consistent, but he has shown us some pretty good StarCraft, and you know they're both a little bit below 50%, in their respective matchups, and you know, I think this is going to be a pretty close and exciting match. The map Rush Hour 3 is actually balanced for ZVP, although it's not balanced for like TVP or ZVT. You know, they're both kind of equally disadvantaged. And okay, here Sangho fixing his headphones. I'm gonna fix mine, and we'll see what he can do against Calm, who's been playing really well recently, especially in this set too. And we're gonna see if Calm decides to go for an earlier pool build or 12 hatch. So what we've seen a lot is people scouting late in PvZ and putting out a forge and then scouting, so they can't really do the pylon and then Nexus build against the 12 hatch. So maybe 12 hatch will be making a comeback. Although, you know, build like 9 pool or over pool is really safe against any kind of cheese like 2 gate. So it's you know, it's what most Protosses do is fast expand, but when they do those two gate builds, you're safe. So that's why it's pretty good. And plus, you're making the Protoss put down a bunch of cannons when you do that. But he did scout out to the pylon, so we'll see if Calm is going to go for 12 hatch. Yes, he does, and because of that, Sangho is actually going to go for Nexus first before Forge, because he's safe to do this. Although he should have harassed that drone, that probe, and now, you know, the hatchery goes down unimpeded, which is kind of unfortunate because he was in there. I mean, he kind of wanted to see that pool, right? You know, he wanted to see if there was a pool at the bottom of the base before going for that Nexus, and he's going to prevent the pool from going down. But actually, no, he didn't. I thought he could, you know, dance around with that drone a little bit, but it doesn't really matter that much. I mean, it's not like he's going to be able to rush Calm. Anyway, so, you know, you do what you can. You do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, you know. And what we're going to see is the Zerg will choose the build that will define the game. So there's, you know, 2 hatch Hydras are possible, you know. You have, and yeah, okay, so he's even going for the Gateway and then Forge, because, yes, he's safe to do that. Okay, so he's not going for, like, any crazy build like 2 hatch Hydras. He's going for the 3 hatch build, so he's, he might either go into something like 5 hatchery Hydras, or he can get some Mutalisks and harass, and then switch into Hydras or Lurkers. You know, that's why it's pretty good to get that Spire for Scourge, because it forces the Protoss to put down some cannons in the back of their base to prepare for possible Mutalisks, and if they don't come, then, you know, you've won like 300 minerals, 1 cannon in each base, which is why that 5 hatchery build has been so popular, because Protoss usually play in a pretty predictable manner at the pro gamer level, where, you know, foreigners, the way they play might be more creative, and a build like Lurker Contain might be more effective. Although in this map, there are, I think there are 2 entrances to the expansion, so maybe that's not as viable, you know, because the expansion is so open, it's kind of hard to contain the Protoss. But you know, he's trying to keep his probe alive to spot the tech, but it's not going to be alive for long, and there he goes, he dies. And he's microing up, Calm's macroing up, and he's actually getting his lair at his expansion to, you know, make sure the exact timing of his lair is not known. and you know, he might actually put down an extra cannon and see maybe to prevent a possible run by with Zerglings or something. Although I doubt he would think that. He probably suspects that the lair went down in the expansion, despite not seeing that. And we're seeing Protoss put down sort of a Dune for a Sayer DT build. And you know, that's one of those things that are predictable, is that all pro gamers get Sayers. Like, yeah, almost every game you see Sayers, where, you know, if you play on iCup, that's not true, because a lot of people will skip Sayers and go straight for Archons, you know, and then try to attack you early on. So this 5-hatch build is basically the counter to the standard Protoss play. And that Probe does not get in. He's trying to get that scout in, but okay, so the Spire is going up, but it's probably going to be for Scourge. He does have some gas, but you know, I don't know if he wants to get Mutalisks, especially since you know, it's not going to be that effective. He didn't get that gas, and he's getting a hatchery instead. So yeah, so he's just going to go for some Scourge. You know, he's spending all his minerals on hatcheries and workers to get his economy up. And the Spire's kind of hidden, but it's not that tricky. You know, he probably knows. Although he could pull out some Mulas without Sung-Ho knowing, because if he assumes that he's going for just Scourge or just Hydralisks to defend against that, and that overall is going to go down, it's going to go down, yes. So yeah, he's getting the Scourge, but you know, he could hide some Mutalisks if he really wanted to, but he doesn't really have that much gas or that many minerals to do that. So probably not in terms of the resources. And you know, Sung-Ho's gonna come out for some early pressure and, you know, make Calm put down some Sunkens, because a Sunken is pretty much wasted money. And then again, because of that Spire, Calm is forced to put down cannon in his base. And I don't think he should have came in here with that force, because now he's gonna lose those paltry forces since the second sun come in. But the drones are pulled off to fight, and he's actually losing a decent amount of drones. I don't know if this is going to be effective or not. We're going to see how many forces he's going to lose, and he is forcing Calm to put down another sunken colony, and he's forced to come out of his base, come out with his drones out, and I think he will be forced to pull back, but he's doing some economic damage, because fighting with drones when you don't have any kind of forces on the ground is not what you want to be doing. And he's trying to take out that Spire. I doubt that he's going to be successful, because those drones are going to drill the Zealots.